Welcome back, everyone. We have breaking news for you, and this time it is good news for everyone. I'm trying to get this video in before the tropical storm comes through, but as of like an hour ago, is when I recorded this, our friend Saint Benitez, Roger Benitez in California, has dropped a new ruling, and it is good for everyone, not just people who live in California, because it sets the proper precedence. So just real quick backstory here for folks that don't know. In 2017, it's the same judge who threw out California's magazine ban. Basically, that went up to the en banc panel in the Ninth Circuit and was essentially overturned. So there was a Freedom Week where people could buy any type of magazine they want in California during that period. Those of you who have followed me for a long time know I did a lot of videos and promotions around that to get those magazines into California, because all those magazines were grandfathered even if it was overturned. Well, what ended up happening was it went up to the Supreme Court and was basically held there until the Bruin decision. The Bruin decision came through, and for folks that don't know, Bruin basically, long story short, says, which we'll get into here in a second, long story short says that any gun law, restrictive gun law, has to be based in the text, history, and traditions of the country when it was founded. So, i.e., the Second Amendment as it was written in 1791. So if it doesn't comply with those three things, then it is de facto unconstitutional. So then it went back. After that case was ruled on, Bruin, the Supreme Court sent this magazine ban back down to California, and this is the ruling on it right now. So St. Benitez, Judge Benitez, has thrown it out, and I'm just going to go over what is currently happening, and then I'm going to pull one quote from it and then kind of explain what all that means. So as you guys can see on your screen here, Defendant Attorney General Rob Bonta and his officers, agents, servants, employees, and attorneys, and those persons in active concert or participation with him, and those duly sworn state peace officers and federal law enforcement officers who gain knowledge of this injunction order or know of the existence of this injunction order are enjoined from enforcing California Penal Code law, that is the magazine ban. So key point there, any law enforcement officers in California, including feds, you are absolutely prohibited from enforcing restricted magazines ownership in California, regardless of when they were purchased, is what that means. Number two, Defendant Rob Bonta, and Rob Bonta, for those who don't know, is the Attorney General in California, so that's why he's being called out here. Defendant Rob Bonta shall provide, by personal service or otherwise, actual notice of this order to all law enforcement personnel who are responsible for implementing or enforcing the enjoined statute. So he has to let them know. And then number three, this injunction is stayed for 10 days from the date of this order. So what that means is, unlike last time when we had Freedom Week in California, there is no Freedom Week right now. That said, there are some thoughts that go into that. Why would it be 10 days? Well, if you know anything about the history of Roger Benitez, and he has made a lot of very prominent rulings over the years, he always does them on Friday. I don't know why, but that's what he does. It's his history. Maybe he wants it to be a slow news week or whatever the case may be. But so 10-day period, meaning more is probably coming. On that note of what more is probably coming is most likely California's assault weapons ban, as well as their handgun roster, are probably going to be thrown out. Now, I'm recording this right now at 4:30-ish Eastern time. So California still has some time to put out some rulings, so he might put out another ruling today. It's entirely possible. If not, I'd be looking next Friday for another ruling on one of those two or both of those issues, and he's going to throw them out. I guarantee it. So getting into the ruling, I will post it down below. I believe it's like 65 or 66 pages. One thing that he said, and I'm just going to read it because it's very true in this instance. The adoption of the Second Amendment was a freedom calculus decided long ago by our first citizens who cherished individual freedom with its risks more than subservient security of a British ruler or smothering safety of domestic lawmakers. The freedom they fought for was worth fighting for then, and that freedom is entitled to be preserved still. Boom. That is a mic drop moment. So good news for everyone. So what will happen next is the Attorney General, Bonta, will probably appeal this to the Ninth Circuit. But unlike last time, the Ninth Circuit is going to have to rule on this case, even if it's en banc, or en banc just means like a smaller number of judges, not the full court. They're going to have to use the Bruin decision in their ruling, whether they like it or not, and they know that. So I would imagine 10 days from now, if the appeal is filed, however long it takes for that appeal to be heard, right after that, all magazine restrictions in California will be gone. folks in California will be able to order these just like everybody else on the internet, delivered to their house as they were able to during Freedom Week, and we'll be able to do so going forward. So that is good news for everybody. If you guys like this type of video and you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. We did another news video this morning as of when I'm recording this, so it's just breaking news all day long today. But hit the subscribe button. Additionally, if you have subscribed and you're not seeing 2 to 4 videos a week here on the channel, make sure you hit that notification bell. And then if you've done both of those and you're not seeing 2 to 4 videos a week here on the channel, sign up for my email at the website here on your screen. This email goes out once a month, and it has all the videos since the previous month's email, and that way there's no big tech giant censoring your eyes from my content. Just as importantly, especially if you're in California, but even if you're not, sign up for the Daily Deals email at the website here on your screen. This one goes out every day, and as you can imagine, it has 6 to 8 of the best deals that we find around the internet. If it's in that email on that particular day, it's the cheapest, whatever the product is, anywhere on the internet that I'm aware of. Guns, ammunition, magazines. If you're in California and this thing goes hot, sign up for that Daily Deals email. There will be deals on magazines, I guarantee it. Optics, whatever the case may be, it's in there. We also post a good meme, which a lot of people really like, that usually would be censored on most social media platforms. So if you like good memes that are usually censored, check out the Daily Deals email. And with that, guys, that's all I have for you. Look forward to hearing your comments down below, and we'll see you in the next video.